Today we're discussing the most unfair setup NetherRealm has ever made, if not the most unfair setup in Mortal Kombat history. It's definitely up for debate, which means we're looking at Demolition Sonja in Mortal Kombat X, otherwise known as the final game to keep Sonja's legacy moves. She still has the somersault kick, the rainbow drop, the dive kick, all that amazing stuff, which mysteriously disappeared in Mortal Kombat 11. Now for the record, I think Sonja's attacks in Mortal Kombat 11 are still very cool. However, I wish the legacy moves stuck around. But I digress. This variation for Sonja Blade was very strong, which is why it got nerfed a ton, because these grenades right here were stupid OP. You could do them multiple times in the same combo and the damage was ridiculous. And that was a very big oversight on NetherRealm's part. I believe their thinking was, well, you have to restore them, right? You gotta reload the grenades, so it's okay if they're OP. But see, here's the problem. Sonja Blade had no difficulty reloading her grenades. She had several strings that put the opponent flat on their back and gave her time to get more grenades. And that string is just one example. She could even do something like this that knocked the opponent away and then special cancel into the summon, and look at that, I got full grenades again. So yeah, put simply, Sonja Blade always had access to grenades if she wanted to. In fact, if you were a skilled player, you could load the grenades mid-combo and then keep the combo going afterwards, which in hindsight looked really cool and was very impressive and also did decent damage too. So yeah, you get the idea. These grenades were way too good, so NetherRealm did eventually nerf them, and now you can't do more than one in the same combo unless you want to spend a bar. Or if you prefer, you can actually switch which grenades you do. You can do the explosive one and then the stun one, or vice versa, but you can't do two of the same grenade in the same combo unless you spend the bar. But here's the craziest part. What if I told you that Sonja Blade actually became stronger when she was out of the grenades? Would you believe me if I told you that? Well, it's true. Why? Because Sonja Blade has this move, the enhanced drone summon. Look at this. All three grenades get summoned and carry the opponent across the screen. And here's the thing, the drone only drops how many grenades you're missing, so if I call it now, it's only gonna drop one. So it's very important that Sonja Blade is completely out of grenades when she does the meter burn drone summon, because that's the only way she gets all three bombs, which is what you need for this setup to be so powerful. If even one of these bombs touches you, you will be carried very far across the screen and very likely end up in the corner. And guess what? Sonja also gets to end the combo with some damage too, because this game has a run mechanic. So yeah, you're not safe just because you were bounced all the way across the screen. Sonja's still gonna chase you down and get her damage at the end of the combo. And right now you might be thinking, well, underdog, that's not that big of a deal. I can see her summon the drone and then jump away, or I can do an armored attack, all that stuff. There's ways to escape it, right? Normally you'd be right. Yeah, if done raw, you have plenty of time to see this move get summoned and then avoid it and react appropriately. But here's the thing, Sonja Blade can force you to block the grenades. You don't have any other option, and let me show you why. Sonja Blade has this string right here called Boomer, which, now that I think about it, is a hilarious name for Sonja, who is somewhat old in this game. You could call her a boomer, but all jokes aside, this string is amazing. Not by default though. By default, it's just kinda cool. She throws a grenade and it launches you away, and as long as she still has grenades, she gets this same animation. And from mid-screen, this can be a decent combo starter. It's not great damage, but hey, it didn't cost any bar, so that's something. 25% ain't bad. Especially for Sonja Blade, because this chick has double jump-in combos. Yeah, that was a jump-in followed by the dive kick, which combos and starts combos. It's got tons of hit stuns, so yeah, cool stuff. Everybody else in this game gets 5% for a jump-in, not Sonja. She gets 10% for a jump-in to start combos. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So combine that jump-in with the boomer, and what damage are we getting? I'm just kinda curious. Oh, look at that. We are now getting 30%. That's not bad for no meter. That's pretty good. Better than Sub-Zero, that's for sure. And then of course, if you had the opponent cornered, you no longer had to chase them down. So of course the combos just got even better. That there was a baby combo, but still we're getting some decent damage, right? Look at that, almost 40% no meter, and I got my grenades back, so I can do it all over again if I want to. So by default, this boomer string is okay. It has some fun combos, but trust me, in terms of damage, it's nothing special for Sonja Blade. Instead, you want to be out of grenades when you use this string, and you're probably wondering why that sounds so weird. Because once you're out of the grenades, guess what? You don't get the follow-up animation. It's just one big ol' pimp slap. Why would you want that over the grenade launcher? Well, I'll tell you why. Let's pause the game and look at it. We are plus 52 on hit. That's right, your eyes are not deceiving you. We have 52 frames to do whatever we want before the opponent can do anything other than block. They're just stuck there like an idiot, a deer in the headlights. Or in other words, once Sonja Blade was out of grenades and landed this string, she owned your butt cheeks. Tattoo her name on both cheeks because she owns you. You are her property. And now just for fun, let's see how long it takes for the drone drop to start up. Oh, look at that, 59 frames. In other words, you have to deal with this grenade drop. You can't do anything other than block. So just for a quick example, I'm going to tell the opponent to do auto on the block mode, which means after I hit her, she has to block. Check this out. She has to block, right? Okay. Now I'm going to waste all my grenades. I'm gonna go in, do the boomer, cancel into the drone drop, and look how little time she had to do anything other than block. You can try to do an armor attack here, but it's not going to work. And there's two big reasons why. For starters, the armor is usually right away, and the grenade is actually a bit delayed, so if you try to armor right away, your armor frame's gonna wear off, and you're gonna get hit for a full combo. And then big reason number two is that most armor attacks in this game only have one hit of armor, so combine the explosion with Sonja Blade's punch or kick, and guess what? She just broke your armor. In fact, even if your character had 2 hits of armor, Sonja had a way to break that too. She'd do the grenade drop, it would explode, and then she would do a fast hitting string like this. Hits low then mid, but it's very fast, your armor is now broken. Or she can do this, or she can do this. Sonja had many strings that hit very, very fast to break armor. So unless your character had 3 hits of armor, you were out of luck when it came to reversals. You just had to block. And that's why this setup is so extremely unfair, because guess what? Sonja was a 50-50 character. She had an overhead low, or she had a low. Both of these start a combo, especially when the grenade explodes to launch you. Or to give you a visual example, I'm going to land the boomer string, cancel into the drones, then go for the overhead. If you were crouching there, you just got launched for a full combo. Now let's do the opposite. I'm going to land the boomer string, and this time go for a low. Summon the drones, go for a low, guess what? You got launched for a full combo. Every time Sonja Blade hit you with the boomer string, you had to guess between the low and the overhead. And yes, the sweep is faster than the overhead, but guess what? You can just delay it a little bit, and now the timing is identical. So there's no way to fuzzy block this mix-up. You have to guess every single time. Is it going to be an overhead, or is it going to be a low? If you guess wrong, you're carried all the way to the corner, hard knockdown with this string, and then she summons the drone and gets all the grenades back. Yeah, it was rough. But guess what? I'm still not done. Yes, overhead low mix-ups are very, very annoying, but that's not all this setup had going for it. She could also do something even more insane. And seeing is believing, so check this out. Waste the grenades, do a string, summon the drone, and go for the throw. Yeah. That launches for a full combo. And the opponent can't break this throw. There was no chance. It's pretty much a guaranteed unblockable in most situations and leads to a full combo. So yeah, that throw was basically guaranteed, and it does more damage than a regular throw thanks to the grenades. And you might be thinking, well, at least it's not a full combo, right? You're completely wrong. If Sonja tech rolls, she can get a full combo off this thing, especially in the corner, and the damage can be absolutely insane, almost 50%. And that might not seem too crazy because yeah, we're playing Mortal Kombat X, but need I remind you that came after a throw. So that's an unblockable that does 45% damage. That's pretty crazy no matter how you slice it. For me, this throw setup is the final nail in the coffin. It's the straw that broke the camel's back. 50-50s are one thing. 50-50s that lead to a full combo and you have to block them with no means of escape, that's something else too. But then when you combine it with a throw that leads to a full combo and almost 50% damage in the corner, yeah, that's where I draw the line. That setup is absolutely ridiculous, especially since the throw is almost impossible to avoid. When you combine all these factors together, Demolition Sonja Blade is absolutely ridiculous in Mortal Kombat X, downright disgusting if you ask me. In my honest opinion, the boomer setup is some of the most unfair nonsense in NetherRealm history, if not all of Mortal Kombat history. But thank you so much for watching everyone, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash that like button, it does help my channel out a ton. And then keep that combo going by subscribing and ringing that bell, that way you never miss a future video. Please post any unfair setups you know in the comments down below. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.